Life is busy, I get it. So many of my clients come to me wanting to get more prepared, really get organized in the kitchen so that on busy days they have some food on hand that means they can go home and eat healthy and not have to swing through a drive-through. Choosing the quick and easy is just a routine. It's a habit. When we're busy and we're heading home and we're thinking, what's in the fridge? What can I have for dinner? It would just be easier to swing by and grab something on the way home. It becomes something that we rely on. And so when I work with my clients to start making out some changes in their day to get themselves more organized, doing some meal prep, cooking in advance, doing some batch cooking, it can feel a little bit overwhelming. And so I'm going to give you a couple tips today as to how you can start creating some meals to put in your freezer so that you feel more organized. Make some healthy options and choices for those really busy nights. So in this week's blog, I'm actually going to share with you a couple simple tips that I use with my clients in doing that. And I want you to think about a time when you have a Sunday that is just, you can turn on music, maybe even pour yourself a glass of wine if you want. No judgment here, but you can really just spend the day cooking some things for the week ahead and it made you feel so productive. Let's get you back in that mode. It doesn't have to be on a Sunday afternoon. It can be whenever you want. It could even be something as simple as when you do cook a healthy meal one night because you had time, you maybe just make a double batch. I made a curry the other night, which was a chickpea and potato curry, and it was delicious. And I put it in the crock pot. I didn't take any measurements and I just dumped it all in, and it ended up making 3 meals for my husband and I. And so sometimes if we purposely do that, we can section a portion out to put in the freezer for another meal. And then you can pull it out that morning, let it thaw in the fridge or on the counter, and you have a meal ready to go for that night for dinner. I actually just been getting over a broken ankle. I fell on some ice and I broke my ankle, and somebody bought me a whole bunch of ready-made meals. Now, these were not any ready-made meals. They were made from a chef, and she was making me the most delicious food. I was so grateful and lucky to have these meals from her given to me, but they were really healthy. They were yummy. They were filling. They were large. They were the perfect thing for me to have on hand with a broken ankle. So we combined the frozen meals I already had that I had done for my own meal prep with a combination of her meals. And then my husband still did some cooking, but it took a lot of the load off. This was an unexpected accident. And so you don't know what's coming your way. You don't always know when you're going to have a busy day. You don't always know what's coming your way as far as your schedule, your time frame. Even sometimes we run out of something in the fridge that we maybe need for a recipe. But if you can just grab something out of the freezer and go, you can feel so much more productive and healthy and organized. So I want to encourage you to spend some time on that. So head on into the blog. I'm going to give you some tips to get started, get some ideas flowing. Now we're just going to kind of touch on a couple ideas as to what I like to use for myself, my clients, and if you have ideas as to what you do to batch cook or, do extra meals for the freezer, please share that in the comments, because I think the more we all contribute to the conversation, we can all learn from each other as well. So I'd love to hear from you what you like to freeze. And if you have a particular recipe that freezes really well, please share it with me. I'm going to share a couple of my favorite recipes that I freeze with you on the blog, so go over and grab them over there. That's it for me for today. I will see you over in the blog.